Welcome everyone to my first YouTube video channel. My name is Ed Walker and I will be your host for Surfin the Net Computer Repair, also known around here as Papa Surf. The first video will be an introduction and a small tour of our facility, which is the tech room, where I repair PCs and laptops. Upcoming videos will be the laptop repairs, PC repairs, working with some software issues and glitches. It will be interesting. I'll also build custom gaming systems. So if you have anything that you would like me to cover in upcoming videos, please list it in your comments below and I'll see if I can work that into the upcoming videos. Remember to click the subscribe button below, and if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, click a like. At the end of the video, I will show you the 3 main icons that everyone should have on their desktop, and I'll tell you why, and that's upcoming at the end. Okay, so why don't we get started with the tour? Thanks. Welcome. Let's enter the Surfin the Net Computer Repair. This is the main lobby. As they come in, all right, different teams we sponsored. Surfin the Net. This is the front counter where they drop off their computers. And a little bit of the showroom here at Surfin the Net. Now let's enter and get to where all the work is performed in the computer room, or I should say the tech lab. All right, we'll walk behind the counter. This is just one of our storage rooms. We have 3. This is the one closest, and we'll go ahead and with this camera here. All right, this is where the customers pick up their computers, laptops, whatever's been repaired, and swing over here to the back side of the counter, and well, there we go. Back side of the counter. And then we're going to go into the tech room. And let's see. This is our kitchen area. I don't claim to be the world's greatest cameraman. Anyway, and then we have our tech room there, and our equipment that we use. And let's see. These are some desktops waiting for the bench for repair. Okay. And let's get this camera to cooperate. I'm sorry about this. And the tech room. That's parts that come in. And here we walk in, and the desk area. The counter's in an L shape. We can handle up to 12 systems at one time. So we have all our parts that we need up there, which is memory, processors, that sort of thing. And then we'll look at the bench here. Alright, start at one corner. Several of them on the bench that I'm repairing now. Get a lot of laptops in, mainly. Easy place to work. Have everything I need. It's handy and so forth. Been here about 20 years. And that's the work. This is the actual computer repair room, I should say. And that is it. And I've got to get started on this. Now I'm going to show you the 3 icons that is a convenience and a time saver, and what each one of them do. Your screen, when you look at your desktop, what they refer to as a desktop is this area here that lists all your icons. Look at it as a vertical desk, for example. This would be your desk that you work at. These would be the files or different things that would be on your desk that you could open and so forth on your desk. That's why they refer to it as a desktop. So what we're going to do, we're going to go anywhere on the desktop that's blank, and we're going to right click. We're going to drop down to where it says personalize, and we're going to left click there. Okay, this brings up the settings. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to your far left, and we're going to left click on themes. Then we're going to scoot over to the right side under related settings, and we're going to take desktop icon settings. Now keep in mind, depending on the version of 10, when you update, some of them may be down here underneath these themes listed down here at the bottom. But the latest would be here. So we're going to go over here, related settings, and we're going to click on desktop icon settings, and this is a left click. And this brings up another dialog box, and what we're going to do here is by default we have the recycle bin. Okay, we're going to put a check mark in the boxes that we want. So we're going to go to computer, and we're just going to click on it so that it puts a check mark. We're going to do this next thing with user files, And over to the right, we're going to go back and click on control panel. So that gives us our checks. Networking here is if you have set up a network at your home, you can use this. Would be handy to work all your different computers and everything that is on your network. Okay, so once this is finished and complete, we're going to go down towards the bottom right corner of the dialog box, and we're going to left click on apply. When that is done, we're going to come over here on the OK and hit OK. And go up to the right part of the screen up here and click on the X to close it out. Now, this is the icon we added, the PC. This is our control panel that we added. This is the default, which is the recycle bin. We'll just move that back down here. All right. On this PC, what's good about this, having it on your desktop, is if you right click on it and then drop down to where it says properties and left click, this will tell you your system, telling you that this one in particular is running Windows 10 Pro. It has a processor, an i7. This is your gigahertz. It also tells you how much memory you have installed. And later on, we'll get into this device manager and show how you can update various devices within your system. Okay, so we're going to go up to the right hand corner again, and we're going to exit out by hitting the X. Bring this back to our desktop once again. On this PC, if we just double click on it, left double click, it brings up our devices. C is your main hard drive, local hard drive C, which stores your operating system, your programs, pictures, all that sort of stuff. If this drive was partitioned or you had a secondary drive in your computer or laptop, then you would have another box showing that drive. It also shows our DVD bay drive, and if we would have a USB stick, for example, it would show up here. We could work with it. Okay, let me close out of that. Top right corner, left click. Now on the control panel, we want to double click, and then this control panel, by default, you may have it listed as category, which looks like this. Convenient if you want to click on category up here, click on it, and you could go large icons, or you can click again and go down to small icons. But for this, we better use large icons. In this, you have various tools that you could use. Keyboard settings, for example, your file history, your sound. If you want to adjust your sound, you can adjust your mouse and all of its pointers, and if you want to slow it down or change the left to the right button and that sort of thing, you can do that. Okay, and of course your user accounts and so forth. You want to change password and that sort of thing. Okay, those are why these are very, very, very helpful. It's less searching that you'd have to do. For example, if you wanted to, let's say, delete a program, this is the best place to go so that it takes all the files associated with it and uninstalls them. Doesn't delete, because then it's fragmented and you've got so many different dead file links related to that program that you're trying to get rid of. So if you go up to Programs and Features, double click, It brings up everything you have installed on your system. And anything, for example, that you don't use anymore and you don't want taking space on your hard drive, you can always just click on it to highlight it with a left click. Come up here to the top and click uninstall. It will run and uninstall it, and most of the time after it's finished, it'll want you to restart. And of course, then you have your user account, which may be in your name, or it'll say user, or it may say the computer name, but it's your user account. It'll have a picture right here of a person. And this is handy to where if you double click this, left click, it brings up all of your files. Okay, you can easy access to your documents, your downloads, look at your favorites, all your pictures, because by default all your pictures will go to this file. And you can look at your videos, my documents, that sort of thing. So it's very, very handy. Okay. Then you have this column on the left, which also has it all here too. All right, so we're going to go to the top right corner and click that out. So these are the three main icons I highly recommend on a desktop. Just easier to get around. You know, in Windows, there's usually several ways to open or get around in a computer. This is just the icons that makes it a lot easier to get around. Okay. If you have on the desktop, you may have where you cannot move your icons around to put them wherever you want them. They may just automatically line up over here. If you want to change that just anywhere on the blank part of the screen, just right click and go to View. And for example, if there's a check mark in Auto Arrange, see, if I try to move one, it's going to go right back. It won't allow me to put it anywhere else on the screen. So all you have to do is a blank spot, right click, go to Personalize. I'm sorry. Let's do this again. Just right click, go to View, and uncheck where it says Auto Arrange Icons. You can just left click on it once and it'll no longer be checked, which will allow you to move your files in different groups around your screen and that sort of thing. So that makes it handy. If you're getting a little blind as I am and you want these bigger icons, you can always right click on anywhere on your desktop, come down here to Properties. Let's see, now we're going to go to View, and you'll see I have it set for medium. If you click on small icons, all of them become small on your desktop. Just right click, left click on, or just highlight View, come over to your right, and I want to this time make them large icons. By golly, you'll see these. It's large. And anytime you can go to a blank area in your desktop, right click, then go highlight View, come over here and make them any size that you want them. We'll go back to medium. Okay. And that should conclude those icons that I mentioned earlier. Okay. All right. This will conclude our first video on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having you join me on my next video. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below. Happy surfing. Bye for now.